All right, we're recording.
Okay. Found a little, I believe that's a pigeon feather. One of its breast feathers. Pretty sure. But,
So where are we at right now, Johnny?
We are off of 108th and Morris in Parkrose area.
What's this place signify to you?
This is Lene's old house. So there was a small group of us best friends at Parkrose. Me, Wes, Chris, Lene, and Paul. And we all hung out, and this was, we would hang out, most of the time we hung out at my house, but this was Lene's house right here. And Lene and Shauna lived there with her mom and her mom's boyfriend. And then, like, this is just like, this is probably the furthest out of my group of friends where, that's why I parked this far down.
Yeah.
So, like, we're hitting the furthest out. But this, I'm almost positive, I can't remember for sure, but I'm almost positive this was where Quinlan and Tracy Stafford lived over here. But that was back in grade school. But I think that's wrong, because I think they lived further down and down by Knott School. We're gonna just leave the truck here.
Okay.
We'll walk down. We're gonna walk down and then we'll walk back.
Okay.
I should lock that though, just to make sure, huh?
The car?
Yeah, I shouldn't trust it just because it's in front of somebody's house and in a neighborhood I know that it's safe.
Nowhere's safe in Portland.
I know. Wow. I don't even remember who used to live there, but I did used to know who lived there, but it did not look like that.
Yeah.
Now we're coming up on Chris Esser's house. Chris was one of our group of friends. I could tell you a lot, but we aren't friends anymore. We'll just leave it at that. But, because I don't want to point fingers. I don't want to fucking start no shit. Don't need it. It's not important. It doesn't matter today. But he was one of my best friends in school. I knew him longer than I knew Wes and Paul and Lene. Paul and Lene knew each other from when they were younger. Wes came from Southeast. Me and Chris grew up here in Parkrose. And we know all the same people that we grew up with.
I'm guessing this area's changed a lot from when you were a kid.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, like, that house is remodeled. This house is remodeled.
Yeah, the 20s were sure a different time.
Yeah, the 20s. Yeah, I remember when this was all grandma, and we would bring our covered wagons through here and we'd have to circle up for the engines, you know. So that's where me and my dad and Ralph McClenathan and Troy McClenathan lived.
Okay. When did you guys move out of there?
And Troy, I don't mean to put you on blast, but yeah, you beat the fuck out of me in that house. I remember it. You remember it too, fucker. You did. We were kids. Fuck. It's old news. But Chris lived back behind there. And I remember, wow, they got it all gated off now. Their parents, so Frank and Mary Esser owned this front house here that we rented. And me and Chris, dude, this is just like an example. One night we go out partying. I get too drunk and I pass out. And what happens? Fucking I wake up and Chris, they're pouring beer on me. So I jump up swinging, and we're talking Ernie Clark. He's fucking turned out to be a murderer and a rapist. Dennis Chris, he's dead, probably was involved in a few murders. And Chris, they're pouring beers on me and laughing their asses off. So I get up swinging, and fucking they all fucking jump on me and they're hitting me. Dennis is the only one that stayed out of it, but Chris goes off. And Chris is supposed to be my best friend. He beats the fuck out of me till I'm just covered with blood from head to toe. And I walked over to his house and started screaming for him. I was fucked up, dude. It was fucked up. The whole thing was fucked up. But this was Paul's house.
Who's Paul?
Paul Bernard. He was one of our group of friends. Paul lived here, and man, his mom was so fucking hot. It's the truth, dude. We all were like, damn. His stepmom. We're like, fuck, dude. I mean, that's the stuff of freaking online videos. And I think this was Mindy James's house on the corner here. No, God, it's been so fucking long, it's hard to remember. This is where Tracy Stafford and Quinlan lived, is this house here.
One with the red door?
Yeah, Ross dated Quinlan, I believe, in junior high. And I tried to get, I went after Tracy for fucking a good decade. It's all through grade school. She never gave me the time of day. She wouldn't look at me twice. She wanted all the fucking, those super handsome dudes with lots of money. And then T, oh my God, T Nguyen. Crow feather.
Hell yeah.
So T Nguyen lived right here. And the last time I saw him was a couple of decades ago. And he was coming down here and he got his mail. And he picked up his mail right here. And when he came out, I said, hey T, maybe it was down a block. God, it's been so long. But anyway, somebody had fucked with him because he was fucking really upset with me. Don't talk to me, you didn't want nothing to do with me. And we were friends, like, I didn't know what happened. This guy was older, he had a sister that was closer to our age. Sipes, no, I can't remember. Silva. Yes, Scott Silva and Nancy, no.
Pelosi?
No, something Silva. She was our age, she was in our class. And then
Man, I didn't know you went to school with Nancy Pelosi.
Yes, I went to school with Nancy Pelosi. She used to fucking chug in class. Yeah. But anyway, and then John Bilton, the dog fucker, used to live there. He got caught trying to fuck his, well, he wasn't trying, he was fucking his dog. And
It's crazy.
Got busted walking
It's
on.
so freaking crazy how many people in Portland have tried to fuck their dogs.
Yeah, why would you fuck your dog, you know? Go to the neighbor. Dog swap. Oh, that's terrible.
Bark Hansen.
That's awful.
Bark Hansen.
So this is Wes's old house. This is where he was when we first met. He lived here with his sister. When I ran away, this is where I came to stay with him. Oh, this is the last place he lived then. Yes, it's gotta be. Because when I ran away from my home, I came and stayed. His brother-in-law was a cop and let me stay there because he knew the whole situation though, you know. On paper it was one thing, but in the fact, and this is Corey Dunstan's old house right here. And he's still around. I still talk to him once in a while. Derek Pinnell, I believe, lived here, if I remember right.
It's so crazy from when you were a kid, from when I was a kid, you didn't, since I'm only 23, you don't really like know your neighbors, but you know pretty much everyone on the block.
Back then, yeah.
Back then, yeah.
And then this house was, the old man lived here and there was orchard, and his grandma also had orchard back behind there. And we used to pick like,
Look how ugly this house is, dude.
that house was not there. That's from California.
Oh, yeah. No, I figured.
That's an import there. You know,
Yeah.
Portland house. And then Matt, I'm gonna link you on here too, Matt, because your house is coming up. And I don't remember a whole lot of other people's houses around here. It's been so freaking long, but I do remember Matt's. Somebody lived here, but I can't remember who it was. We were too young. That was way, way back. That one of our friends lived there, and then they moved out. Where in the heck is Matt's house? This isn't it. This is close. Close. That's not it. Is it it? I can't remember. I don't know, but we're close. It's in here somewhere. I think it's a little further down. I think Matt Craven, his house is down here a little bit. I remember his yard came all the way out to the street. So I think that might be it right up there. But I mean, you know, houses and stuff change over time. You never know what it looks like today. And I know I knew people that were in between here, but I don't remember any of them today. I think this was Matt Craven's house. It was either this or the next one. Doesn't look like it, because I swear the door was on that side. The door to go in the house was on that side of the house, not on this side, the front entrance. No, this is it. This is it. Yes, this is Matt's old house. I'm pretty sure. Matt, you're gonna have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's it.
Well, I'm sure we passed by it and you'll be able to see.
Yeah, one of them was, but I think that might be it right there. Because he had the big, huge house, the big, long ranch house, and big front yard. I definitely remember that. And then Ronnie Lighty used to live there in that corner house there. We had a trail. There was a permanent trail going through there. Their dad used to get so mad. And he finally like asked us and stuff not to walk through there. And so we stopped walking through there, and he finally got that trail filled in and covered up. And the Pinkers used to live over there, Mike and Shirley Pinker with her son Mike Pinker and her daughter Robin Pinker, who I still talk to. Robin, I think I'm still friends with Mike on Facebook. We don't talk much. And then see that barrier right there? Fucking, yeah. They drove right through that wall into Lyle's house. Lyle Lipsky lived there when we were kids. And they drove right through that fucking wall into his bedroom. If he would have been in bed, he would have been dead. He would have gotten creamed. That house is freaking haunted, dude, and I don't care what anybody says, it's haunted. And then this is where Dennis, what was his name? It was handicapped. And they had the ramp that went up to the front door. Dennis something. And he had an older brother too, but they moved away when we were young. I mean, Dennis stayed, but his older brother wasn't there when we got older. And I used to know every single person on this block.
We're at 18%, by the way.
Yeah, we'll make it. We're almost there. We won't make it back, but we'll make it there. The return trip, I was just going to show some other places, but it's fine. This is the main people that I grew up with. I can't remember who lived in these houses. It's been so damn long. But the Hanleys lived there. That house right there was the Hanleys. Alan Hanley, Dan Hanley, Scott Hanley, Christy Hanley, and Sharon Hanley was their mom. See, notice how everybody had single mother parents? It was not that uncommon. It was pretty common. And these guys were kind of assholes. Obviously not them, because they kept their house meticulous back then. And then these guys always varied. This is my old house that I grew up in.
This one right here?
Yes, this is it right here. Look at the rabbit. Holy crap. Is that a wild rabbit? No way. Holy crap. A wild rabbit in the front yard. Who would have ever thunk? But this is where the peach tree was. It was right in the middle here. And this magnolia was just tiny then. I remember doing the little pop thing. And this guy was the kid that got me in trouble for his shit. This is where Leonard lived and his sister lived, and then the Shipleys moved in here. And I still talk to the Shipley's kids, like Anthony Shipley and all of them. They're all friends of mine on Facebook, and they remember this neighborhood. That was the dude that was anal about his yard. He would get so mad, and when Darren got older, he got mad, and he went over there and put divots in his front yard. Fuck you, old man. Darren was really pissed off. That's my stepbrother. This was the Cucuck's house. I still talk to Bruce every once in a while. That was a garage, and I remember when they turned it into his bedroom, I think it was Dave's bedroom at that time. Chris Wren's old house.
I'm guessing this was like in the 90s?
This is in the 70s and 80s. This is older, when I was real little. But
oh, yeah.
That was Chris Wren's house. Chris Wren moved out when we were real little. He was friends with Rob. He was a troublemaker. So was Leonard and Chris. Leonard and Chris Wren both moved out. Somebody lived here. I can't remember who it was. That was the candy house. Every Friday they would give you candy. And on Halloween they'd hook it up. We knew all this stuff. Then Robbie Pendergraft lived there. That was another one of Rob's friends, was the Pendergraft. And he was with his mom. His mom was a single mom, and he lived there with his mom. And Robbie was one of my brother's coolest friends. And then somebody lived here, and I can't remember whose house this was. Somebody will remember that lived on the street though. And then somebody lived there too. And then that was Robbie O'Neill's house, who I'm going to visit tomorrow. And this was the Poop Man's house.
What was he called? The Poop Man?
So when we were real little, I mean, we're talking little, we played with the kid that lived here, and he brought his little brother out, and his little brother pooped his pants, and we're all wearing shorts. It's in the summer, and it rolled down his leg. And so he got dubbed from that day forward, he was Poop Man.
Bullies.
Yeah, poor kid. That's what happens. And oh my God, this is where they hung that cat over the fence. It was on the news and shit. Somebody hung somebody's cat over this fence right here.
Damn.
And there was a vicious dog back there. But I don't want to get into all that.
Yeah, it's a little dark.
There used to be these hedges. See that arborvitae right there?
Yeah.
There used to be those big wide juniper hedges on almost every single corner along here. This is the last house we're going to go to, is Ron Anderson. He's dead now. He was my best friend for a long time.
What happened to him?
Well, health issues. That's the official record, you know. And like I said, I don't like pointing fingers, but he did not, like the rest of us, he had his share of mistakes and his share of bad decisions. I'll just say that.
Makes sense.
So
It's crazy, like,
sometimes it takes a long time before those consequences come about, but they come about.
it's crazy. When I was a kid, I had a lot of friends who died from electrical accidents.
Oh, that's Randy Turner. That was one of the ones I was going to show you on the return trip. Randy Turner and Steve Bongofsky, they were brothers. They looked just alike, but apparently they had different fathers. This was Ron's house when he and I first started hanging out. That was Ron Anderson's house. And Steve will remember this. You'll remember this, huh, Steve? You remember that house. And oh my God, so many things happened there. My dad drugged me home. Fucking one night I went there. I mean, we're talking, I was like 9 or 10, and I got shit-faced drunk. And I was spending the night there, and I thought I was clear, you know. It was all clear. No, it wasn't good enough that I got permission from my sister. I did not get permission from my parents. So they showed up in the middle of the night to get me, and I'm drunk, and then they see Rob running around and they think it's me. So I get blamed for running around, but I wasn't. I was in my sleeping bag. And they grab me by my sleeping bag. They lift that sleeping bag up. My dad hucks it in the back of the station wagon and drives me home. And then they left me back there to crawl inside and crawl into my bedroom. But yeah, Rob was always getting me into trouble back then. Wasn't hard. I was ready for it, you know.
We have 10%. We might make it all the way back.
Yeah, we'll make it. I mean, I think we're about done with the tour anyway, because like we'd have to take another street to show you new places.
Yeah.
And like I want to make sure I can cover the whole area when we do that, because like I want to show where the woods used to be, the house that I built, or I didn't build it all myself, but I did the vast majority of the work on it, because the other people, the owners and stuff, would come and show me how to do something, leave me the stuff, and say do it.
Yeah.
That was Dan and Pete and John Everett. But,
About to hang out with John Everett tomorrow.
yeah, we're gonna go out to Sovi's Island and take his boat out there. Maybe visit some old friends that live out there. But that's probably good for the video.
All right,
We can-
Johnny
we can
Wheeler
edit from
checking
there.
off.